Hello and welcome. I am joined by the winner and new heavyweight champion of the world, Kenji Egashira. Good job, dude.
Thank you, thank you. It feels good, I guess.
No, it totally should. I thought that you had a great season all the way around. I thought the fact that you were able to win matches and also get Brewmaster points was pretty impressive. Obviously, you had the bye straight into the finals, which was awesome. And yeah, the people had spoken. The tribes voted you as the winner, 6-2, the most deserving, most embodying the spirit of the Super League over the course of the year, I suppose.
Yeah, like some of the weeks it was weird. I built totally for Brewmaster and then ended up winning anyway. So it was just, it went really well, I guess, on some of the weeks. Had to roll lucky, but it's how it goes sometimes. And
It turns out you had a little bit to give with the 8-2, giving you 2 matches above the third place spot for the playoffs. But it's funny, you talk about building for Brewmaster but winning anyway. I actually thought what my favorite match of the year of the season was one of your matches, but it's actually one that you lost. The Primal Surge deck against Gabby, where there's only one card in the deck that isn't a permanent, which will immediately put itself into play. So you just find the one Primal Surge, and then the entire deck gets vomited onto the battlefield, which instantly wins the game. That deck was sweet. That deck,
yeah,
I had not seen anything like it before. It was super sweet.
it was completely awesome. It was just total ramp, and then get the Primal Surge, go through all your decks since everything's a permanent. There were no non-permanent. It was all lands and creatures and enchantments and artifacts. It was super silly. I had a ton of fun building that one, especially. And yeah, I mean, even though it lost, at least you guys got to see it in action for one of the games. And when it did go off, it went off completely.
Well, so, I mean, what were your favorite moments over the course of the season?
Again, I think just brewing up some of the decks. Like a lot of the decks I built while I was streaming, and chat had a ton of good input. So I cannot take all of the credit for sure. Most of the good ideas came from them. They're like, "Oh, you need to do this. Oh, think about that. Do this." And so I think that really embodied the community theme, being able to build. I know Marshall touched upon this earlier, how he was building in the Reddit Magic subreddit, or rather the loading, not loading ready run, limited resources subreddit, and I kind of did the same thing, building upon the community and seeing what they liked and what they wanted to do.
It's a great point. I actually was hoping that would happen. That you get this many good content creators together. And I'm not really surprised that people went to their audiences. People could watch Gabby brewing on her stream and you brewing on your stream, and just that level of community involvement really, I thought, took the league to the next level. It was a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, and I think most of the decks were just completely fantastic. Yes, I kind of cheated one of the weeks with the Painter's Servant combo, but everybody had to get a little spiky in there once in a while, just to level things off. I think it was really awesome.
I feel like that one's on me. I as the tournament organizer, should have been a little more clear about power level expectations for, it was Legacy Tribal Wars week. We had 5 people build Legacy decks and 5 people build Tribal decks.
Mm-hmm.
And then somehow, randomly, they got paired such that all of the matches were blowouts. That, at some level, that's got to be on me. I think that we did a better job after that of getting people on the same page power level-wise, I thought.
I think it's okay to showcase some of the more extreme decks, though, let them go off in combo and kill people on turn 2 or whatever. Whatever happens, it happens.
Hey, as long as everybody's on the same page, I think that's totally fair game. I mean, that's when Magic's at its best. For me, it's just when people are trying to do the same kind of a thing, right? Whether it's trying to win with spiky Pro Tour decks, whether it's trying to do, crazy, insane combos that have no chance of winning until turn 12. It's all good. It's all fun. Yeah. It's just people hanging out playing Magic.
Yeah, I have to say congrats to Paul on winning the actual Magic portion of the finale there. My deck was nowhere near as good as his was. A little too combo-ish for me. I mean, when you have Ambush Viper, Numot the Devastator, and then somebody has to build around Empty the Shield, it's a little bit awkward, but it was fun watching him, storm off. And
he kept texting me decks over the week because I told him, look, you got to make sure that, Gabby has a chance with an Ambush Viper deck, and Kenji has time to cast Numot the Devastator, so you're not allowed to win in the first 4 or 5 turns. So he kept texting me deck lists to be like, this one's too good. I tried. This still wins on turn 4. I've got some nice pictures and some nice decks, by the way, if you're looking for medium Empty the Wards decks, but he landed at a good spot. His combo was definitely convoluted.
I tried to metagame too because we all know we're building around our central theme. So I'm like, oh, they're both playing X ones. They're both building around X ones. So I can put in like Breath of Darigaz.
Right.
Darigaz is one of the tribal dragons in Newmont's similar vein since there are no other Newmont cards. Or I can put in Devastate, which deals 1 damage to all creatures
That was
and blows up a
spectacular.
land. Yeah, that was really good. I do want to say though, again, it's not just me, it's not Paul, it's not any of the other competitors. It is the community that actually wins here, right? It's everybody gets to watch us playing these sweet new decks. Like I know beforehand, I was not entirely into Canadian Highlander, for instance. I had played a little bit of Pauper. Some of these no ban list modern types thing. I know people play that all around, and so it's kind of widened our scope, or at least my scope of things I want to play, as opposed to just drafting or sealed. So again, it is you as the community at home who are the true winners, who have the trophy there.
Oh, that's very well said. Yeah, I did think Paul was a little underrated in a weird way. Like, I think he came in and a lot of people are like, oh, yeah, it's the Spike guy. It's the Pro Tour player who's actually going to make the finals. But he really embraced the spirit, I thought, of what the league was about. Like, he showed up with, singleton decks on weeks that weren't singleton. He showed up with, just I actually really admired the way Paul just embraced the spirit of what the league was trying to be. So I'm with you in that I thought the community won. I thought that it was fun watching everybody just show up and try to have fun with it. I thought that was, I think you're right. I thought the season worked out really well that way.
Yeah, and I appreciate you and Athena putting this all together. Of course, you guys are the background players. You haven't been on the forefront, so big shout out to you guys as well for putting it together and doing all the back work while we just have to throw together decks and play Magic.
No, thank you very much. Yeah, it was certainly easy, given how good you guys were, given how much fun people were having. Like the talent that we're able to assemble for this league was just awesome to work with. And I really want to count Athena on that too. She was amazing behind the scenes and just did a spectacular job putting the whole league together. Anything else you want to say before we call it a season?
Nope, I think that's all I need to say. Thank you to you guys and the community. It was entirely enjoyable, and I hope we get to do another one with some new contestants.
I do too. So congratulations once again, Kenji. It was a pleasure watching you all season, and thank you everybody out there in the community. We're glad you tuned in. We're glad you watched. Sounds like at least some of you liked it, some of the stuff that we did. So we look forward to hopefully being able to bring you guys another season at some point in the future. And yeah, I definitely do want to give thanks to Athena Huey, who's behind the scenes been doing the graphics, making the tech work. She's just been absolutely spectacular. She's the reason the league came together as well that it did, in my opinion. So I'm going to sign off. Hopefully we'll see you guys on another stream. If you want more of the content that we had, check out all these contestants. They've all make their own content, and it's all awesome. So great to be in a community that has this much fun playing a game that's this much fun. I'm going to sign off. See you guys next time.